Rob.
Tony. And I'm Jeff.
We're in gaming.
And that's you.
Hello gamers and welcome back to the Inn. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name. And for those of you who are wondering, this video is going to be exactly how we did our rank 2 to rank 1 video in our Road to Legend, so literally one video ago. Again, I did not play live right here. This is me playing, but I'm not currently playing right now while I'm talking about this game. And this is because our XSplit program that we use for recording is not working. As we know, our previous videos, there's been some audio sync issues, video sync issues, and this is because the XSplit program is a piece of shit. So if you plan on recording, I don't really care if XSplit's watching this or they don't like me talking shit about their program or software. I don't give a fuck. It's fucking horrible. Don't use it. Find something else because there's no reason. You have one job, guys. You guys at XSplit, you have one job. Your program's meant to record video. If it can't do that, you obviously have something fucked up somewhere along your process of thinking you know what you're doing when making a software, because if it doesn't do the one thing it's supposed to do, the only thing, it's like having a plastic bag from Publix and asking the guy if he can put items in it so you can take it home, and he says, oh no, the bags don't work for that. Well, yeah, those bags fucking suck. Bags are supposed to hold things. Recording software is supposed to record stuff. Sorry about that small rant. We'll talk about the game now. For those of you who are wondering why. Oh, also, Secret Paladin. This is very new for me to play, and we played this because we received a very interesting comment saying, Rob, you always talk so much shit about Secret Paladin. It's probably because you have no idea how to play it. I really didn't know how to respond to this, so I decided why not just play Secret Paladin from rank 2 to rank 2 to rank 1, not lose a single game, and then play it from rank 1 to Legend and not lose a single game again. So yeah, I figured that was best in this situation. So we could actually show how hard this deck is to play. So much thought into this deck. So anyway, the reason we cog hammered there to make a value trade, we don't want our Knife Juggler dying. Hopefully his Flame Wickered, he doesn't have Arcane oh god. We could get really lucky in here and our Knife Juggler live. Oh my god. How lucky, I don't even remember that. That's insane. So we're going to avenge and probably muster for battle, but oh god, Rob, what are you doing? I should have attacked first with my weapon. Rob, what are you doing? You're at rank 1 and you're making stupid. Oh, and then you attack with your weapon and not your Knife Juggler first? Holy shit, Rob, I suck. Oh my god, disgusting. This is why, oh my god. That is almost as big a mistake as we made at rank 2 when we thought we had 6 mana instead of 5 when we played Haunted Creeper instead of concentrating. Oh Jesus, guys, how do you watch this garbage gameplay? I'm just kidding, Rob. You're all right. You'll win this game, Rob. I have a feeling you will. Okay. As long as he didn't have another Arcane Missiles there, I think we're still all right. We could go ahead, Haunted Creeper, or Knife Juggler, Haunted Creeper, or we probably Blessings of the King, or we could go ahead and Loatheb. I think Loatheb's a little bit more powerful against a mage. We're going to use our face to attack that Apprentice and not one of our 1/1s, because in this situation, we almost value our creatures on the board more so than our health at this point in time. If we were at, like, maybe 12 health, and it was turn 8 and he hadn't used any fireballs yet, probably health is pretty important, but at this point in the game, this guy's gonna worry about field control more than anything. Avenge, please land on the 1/1, thank you. This could turn out bad if he has a Frostbolt, but I don't think he does. If he has nothing to, okay, so if he has nothing with this Flame Waker, which probably means I'm going to, we could, I guess Haunted Creeper, Blessings of King seems alright. And we're going to swing our Loatheb into his 2/4 and then our 4/3 to face. We're going to do this because if we put the Kings on the 4/3, he can actually... I have no idea why I did this, but it seemed to make sense because if he Fireball pings the Loatheb, that literally takes his entire turn and we still keep cards on the board, and then we can Knife Juggler, Divine Favor next turn. It also allows it so if he has a Frostbolt, both creatures are pretty beefy. So he Frostbolts the middle card, and the pings are hopefully not going to kill anything. That's perfectly fine. So we could go, oh god, by Dr. Boom, that's GG. So you get Dr. Boom on 7, that's just a huge tempo play. We're going to kill off his Flame Waker for sure, and we're just going to go face. That Mana Worm really doesn't look that scary, and we didn't attack with our weapon because we want to save that weapon just in case we need to finish off a creature that we may not have all the attack to do. It's like the Mortal Coil kind of thing. You can attack face with all the weapon charges besides the last one. Then you want to, make sure you use them accordingly. So this hits, oh wow, so it hit the Flame Juggler for 3, so we're probably going to swing our face into the Flame Juggler, if not a Spider. We'll probably swing our, I don't know. Maybe we'll swing, yeah, so we'll swing a Spider into it, and then we will Keeper of Uldaman, and then Divine, no, we Knife Juggler, then Keeper of Uldaman, yes. Yes, Rob. And then we use our passive. So we'll see where the pings land. Not on the Knife Juggler. And on the Knife Juggler. So I think we bomb the Knife Juggler. It lands on face for 3, 2. And then he Kinsami does. Okay. So that was our first game with Secret Paladin at rank 1. So we actually need 2 more games to hit Legend. I think we do it. I think we make it to Legend, guys. I'm just kidding. We do. Sorry to be the spoiler of secrets, but I wouldn't. Why would I post a Legend video to not make it to Legend in that video? That seems kind of silly. I also wish I could record this live for you guys. If you want more insight into exactly why and the process behind why I can't record this live right now, please refer to rank 2 to 1. And in that video, I explained in detail what's going on with the XSplit program. Not so much just clearly talking shit about it, but more so explaining why it's not working. And the reason we kept this hand is because if you notice the numbers, we have Shielded Mini Bot that costs 2, Muster for Battle that costs 3, and a Shredder that costs 4. And then, oh my goodness gracious, the Mysterious Challenger on 6. So we actually have a 2, 3, 4, no 5, and a 6. But most of the time you can draw into another 4 or 5 drop on the way. As there are a ton of 4 drops in this deck, and you can play a 4 drop interchangeably on turn 5 and it'd be almost just as powerful, which is pretty good. So Shielded Mini Bot on turn 2, and then the Muster for Battle on 3, and then the Shredder on 4. This is the problem with this deck, is that there's no thinking. It's just you have the card, it costs that amount of mana, and you play it. Sometimes you have the option on turn 4 if you want to play Shredder or Blessings of the King. There's so many options, guys. There's so many options. So we play Muster. Oh god, look at that option. Look at, we were just talking about it. And I actually didn't know that was going to be our next card. Even though I did play this, I don't remember like each individual game, as this was a few days ago. We're going to hope he doesn't have Fan of Knives. That's the Paladin's biggest weakness against Rogue, is that super Fan of Knives. I'm going to assume he's playing Miracle. He Blade Fury, so this is actually really good for us because that's powerful form of AoE for him that he wasted just to kill a bunch of 1/1s. He's going to re-up his dagger to get that extra charge out of it because he probably had no other way to use his mana and swing into that, so that's fine. So he used a really powerful card and took 2 more to the face. We can go ahead and Shredder because obviously we don't want a Kings due to the fact that we don't have a creature on the board, but if we did have a creature, maybe Blessings the King would be the better card, but then he can actually sap it and it actually returns that 1/1 to our hand, which we would have probably used it on, and then Blessings the King goes away. So he's going to backstab, and if he attacks it with his face, that's really good because we want him to take as much damage as quick as possible. So that's really good for us. And the Tomb Pillager is probably something we can ignore, to be honest. So we can probably just Blessings the King, the 3/2, Noble Sacrifice, meaning when he attacks with his creature, it's just going to go to that Noble Sack. And then next turn, we can just Mysterious Challenger. It pulls out the second Noble Sack. And if he wants to get through it, he's going to have to weapon up, meaning he's going to have less mana to do other things with, which is really nice. And then he's going to take, obviously, another 7 to face. So getting a 3-attack creature out of that is pretty good, because we basically just want to do as much damage to this rogue as possible, because it's hard for rogues to keep up with really fast decks. But if we were playing like Priest or something like that, a little bit slower, rogues do a really, really good job at defeating Priest. Just because it's a little bit slower and they do a huge amount of burst damage in one turn. Okay, so he's gonna... wow, TKO bot, pretty good for him. We're gonna Mysterious Challenger, and I think I kill off the heal bot here just so when he... for Noble Sacrifice purposes. We don't want him being able to attack any of our creatures after Noble Sack. So he's going to, yeah, just an Auctioneer. He has no mana though, so he's going to have Backstab, okay? This is actually really good for him because if he has Backstab, Prep, and then he can, oh god, there's the Prep. He can actually attack in with his Tomb Pillager. The Tomb Pillager will die, giving him a coin. So he actually can cycle quite a few cards right now. I would actually attack with the Tomb Pillager first, so you wouldn't have to use double prep, but that's just me. I'm not a Miracle Rogue player, but, you know, I would value a prep over a coin. It actually would have been better, because you could have attacked in, got the coin, coined, drew into Fan, then played prep into Fan, so Fan was free. Even though Fan was free anyway, he actually used a prep to draw into Fan instead of having the prep for something after the Fan. But anyway, in this situation, we're obviously going to have to kill off the 4/4. If you look at the game right now, we're at 16 damage with board on field, and then the weapon gives us 1 more, so that's 17, and he's at 18. I didn't want to put him at 1 HP because rogues can do absolutely an astonishing amount of things when they have 7 mana with a Auctioneer on the field. So we're just going to blow our hand, completely attack for 9, save our weapon, and I doubt he's going to be able to do anything here, because even if he destroys our 9/5 and kills our 1/1, he's going to have to get rid of all of our secrets, and then the spider turns into 2/1/1s that are going to get competitive spirit at the end of the turn if he doesn't even kill those, and that's automatically 5 more damage with 2/1/1s that get competitive spirit and a weapon along with the ability to draw a card next turn. So, and he's going to take 2 more because I believe the Noble Sack that we have, okay, we don't have another Noble Sack. We have an Avenge, a Redemption, and he killed the spider, which is going to give another Haunted Creeper, which is going to allow us to get 2 more 2/2s. Jeez, or 2 more 1/1s. Oh man, this rogue's getting bamboozled. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't see, yeah, I didn't see anything. This deck is so hard, guys. No, seriously, if you want to play a really easy deck and rank up extremely quickly, I suppose this deck list is how you do it. I honestly, I didn't like playing this deck when I did. It's just insane how well it does. Like, there should be no deck that you can play that is this effective and requires so little thinking. Like, it is absolutely insane. Like, obviously you need to, like, play your cards in a certain fashion, like obviously ordering them out so you play Knife Juggler first and then your Muster for Battle, or which secret is most valuable at this time, but that's really not that crazy of like thought process when you think of like Miracle Rogue. Like the Miracle Rogue should be so much better. Alright, so obviously get rid of Tyrion and Divine Favor and keep the 2/3. If we draw into a 4-drop, that's absolutely insane. Holy shit. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I wonder who's gonna win this game, guys. Sorry, it's just, look at, how do you cannot beat this. You summon the greatest 2-drop in the game, in my opinion. Or not the greatest, but one of the greatest. A 2-drop, 2/2 with Divine Shield, automatically able to make a trade. And then if it dies, it comes back to life if you have a Redemption with Divine Shield again. Wow! But anyway, guys, so like, in my opinion, Miracle Rogue decks are really hard decks to master. Like, you can play Miracle Rogue and win games, but to be able to be really proficient with the deck and actually be able to get a really constant win rate, it's a really hard deck to run. Like, there's so many options you have with Rogue, and the reward for that and playing a deck like that should be, if you master a deck like that and be able to understand it, you should be able to do really well in ladder, but that's not always the case right now. So it's kind of sad, to be honest. We're just gonna go face, and I suppose if we really wanted to, we could have attacked the Zombie Chow, but that would have been silly, because right now he has to attack the Zombie Chow into the, he's going to ping first, and then they attack the Zombie Chow into the Shielded Mini-Bot, and this is going to allow us to muster for battle next turn, and use our weapon to kill off the Zombie Chow, and he actually had to use his turn developing that Fireball, which makes so he couldn't play a 3-drop if he wanted to kill the Shielded Mini-Bot, and that is why muster for battle is so fucking broken, guys. So not only did he have a Zombie Chow on 1, which is like the best 1-drop that you could possibly have, he's still losing, and he's losing to looking at 4 1/1s on the board and a 1/3 weapon. Like, you shouldn't be punished like that. So we're gonna Keeper of Ultimate one of the 1/1s and basically go face with everything, because he's gonna have to attack the Shredder into something, and there's no reason for us to pop that Shredder unless we think the card out of it's gonna come out. Like, let's say we attack the Shredder with our 3/3, a 2/3 comes out, and then we spend the rest of our board killing that 2/3, and we did no damage to face, and we still have a 3/4 on the board. But in this situation, he's going to have to attack a Shredder into something of ours unless he wants to race us, and at that point in time, we're going to be able to, you know, obviously outdamage him. So Sentry is probably the best thing that could have came out for us, because we know he can't attack with it or do anything. We're going to Kings, probably the 3/3, swing it into the Death Lord, and then swing one of our 1/1s. Oh, God. Yeah, swing over to 1/1, see what comes out of it. Haunted Creeper, not too good, and we're going to kill off the Acidic Swamp Ooze just so he can't swing his Acidic Swamp Ooze into our 7/5 and be able to fire our Frostbolt it down. We value our 7/5 higher than our 1/1s on the board, so if he wants to waste a Fireball, that's perfectly fine with us, because the following turn we can just go ahead Knife Juggler and Shredder, and yeah, we want to use all our mana, so he polymorphs the 7/5, which is really good for us, and we'll be able to develop the board pretty heavily next turn with the Knife Juggler Shredder. And it's weird that he didn't ping the 1/1, but he probably is scared of that Avenge, which is pretty smart of him, but it still leaves cards up, allowing us to be able, or when we play the Mysterious Challenger, our Competitive Spirit will go off quite a bit. And in this situation, it's hard for a mage to come back unless he has like a Flame Strike. Even if he has a Flame Strike, we still get 2 1/1s out of the deal, and whatever comes out of our Shredder. Now we can go ahead, we're actually not really scared of his board. We could probably Belcher passive and then just go face with everything, but it was a really big mistake here because I forgot to attack with everything before, and we missed out on 4 damage because we wanted to attack with our Shredder first and then play the card. So if our Knife Juggler did hit one of the bombs, that was going to be okay. And the bomb hit a 1/1, which is fine. But yeah, we actually could have put him at 10 HP last turn if we would have played the cards in the correct order. But the sad part is this deck is so broken that you don't even have to do that sometimes, and you'll still end up winning the game, which is absolutely insane. Like, that could have been, in a tournament, that would have been a huge deal. But in this situation, I was freaking out. I was almost legend. I was like, oh man, look at the plays. And right now, the secret he could have played is Counterspell, Mirror Entity, and or Ice Block. And it's really weird for him to play Death Lord, which made me think maybe he's playing a weird rendition of a Reno deck. So we actually played this a little weird. I do not think we played Tyrion. I think we went ahead and played, we attacked first, see what if it was an Ice Barrier. It wasn't. Then we go ahead and play the Shielded Mini. Actually, I think we play Shielded Mini Bot to see if it's a Mirror Entity. And if it's not a Mirror Entity, if it was a Mirror Entity, then we Blessings of the King to win. And if it's not a Mirror Entity, then we're like, oh shit, what the fuck is it? But I still think we Blessings of the King and it wasn't a Mirror Entity and it wasn't anything else. But we'll see here. I don't actually remember this too much. I remember freaking out for no reason, but I don't... Like, what secret could it have been? So I think we attack with our Knife Juggler just in case it's vaporized. Oh, we didn't. So we didn't even play around. Oh, no, we attacked with our Creeper first, so it wouldn't have mattered because we knew it wasn't vaporized. So it wasn't an Ice Block. It wasn't an Ice Barrier. I have no idea what. It wasn't a Counter Spell. It wasn't a Mirror Entity. I guess it was. It wasn't a Spellbender. So what secret was that? What secret could it have been? Oh, an Effigy. It could have been an Effigy, guys. Anyway, we were able to hit Legend. Again, if you have any questions why we are recording and doing the video in this fashion, please refer back to the Road to Legend rank 221. I explain it, I think, in the beginning of that video. So if you have any questions there, let me know. But again, I wish I could record these live, but I mentioned before, XSplit, I just can't. It won't let me, but we should be able to have this fixed in our upcoming new Road to Legend for March. I'm gonna find a new recording software or call XSplit and tell them the shit sucks. What can I do to fix it? Anyway, guys, always glad to have you here at the end. Hopefully you've enjoyed this month, and we'll have more for you next month. As always, I'm Warshack, and happy whatever the hell day it is.